the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Washington Commanders and the Dallas Cowboys. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From way up at the 23, and out a little across the 25 to the 27. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him, picks up 3 on that carry.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The Cowboys at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you guys take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
On play action, Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Prescott from the gun on third. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one at 62 yards in the air. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. 1,000-yard rusher a season ago. Antonio Gibson with it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Brissett. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Brissett now. Escaping the pressure right. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 28.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line?
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Prescott to throw it.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Here's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
They talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 24, Brissett. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. That really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brissett. Target is to Dotson, and he's got it. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Brissett. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Brissett. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Throwing. Brissett. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he is out of bounds as they'll start past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown,
Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
But that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
They'll throw now on the final play.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure they're
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Brissett sets to throw it.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Brissett. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brissett to throw for it on fourth. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders get a bit closer. Now Joey Sly for the point after. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Cowboys 28, Commanders 14.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's third and long. To throw is Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
That's Samuel caught left side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now Brissett on fourth down. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Cowboys are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was fourth down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Bryan Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
47-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This pass, and I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So the turnover first, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. On third down, it's Pollard. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Maher is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal here.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Play fake, Brissett. Going right back to Dotson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. From the red zone now, Brissett. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Brissett. He gets it to Thomas.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. 4th down, Brissett. And he finds McLaurin. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. On 2nd and goal, Brissett. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Marquise Bell.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to do.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here at their own 23.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, and you have to get the ball back. Everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands. Whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, It's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action now. Brissett. He's going to let it fly.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Brissett. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Pollard again.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
Now a give here to Pollard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over.